Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Cody Vondell, and thank you all for tuning in today. We're going to take a little break from designing stuff on screen today to walk through a virtual art gallery that I was a part of way back before the pandemic started in 2020. The art gallery is called You Are Here. It was a group project. It was a really cool thing, and it seems like, it's comparable to like a lot of the NFT art gallery things that are going on now, but it was before that really took off. So it was something very innovative. Very nostalgic, and kind of reminds me of like being inside of a Sega Dreamcast, which is something I've always wanted to do. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for your support, liking, subscribing, commenting on the videos, sharing them. I appreciate it so much. So I recently created a free vector template, over 75 Y2K era vector icons that you can download and you can use in all of your own work. And if you want to share some of the stuff that you've been working on, make sure to hop over on our Discord. We have a crazy cool community building. I think we're up at around 160 people now. We have artists who are just getting started, artists who are seasoned veterans, and everybody's in there, very encouraging, sharing work that they're creating. And I just want to take a second really quick to point out some of the cool stuff people have been working on over there. As always, you guys are crushing it. Some people are posting stuff for the first time, and that takes a lot of courage to do, to present yourself as a designer for the first time. So if you've been doing that over on our Discord, just want to say thank you all so much. And if you're a seasoned veteran of graphic design and you're posting your stuff over there, just want to say, I see you out there, you are crushing it, and I appreciate that you are part of our community. If you want to support my channel, make sure to head over to my Etsy. You can find all kinds of cool holographic stickers. And if you like the background, intro, outro music, I create it all. Just search Cody Vondell on Spotify or your preferred streaming service. You can also find me on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. Finally, of course, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, at Cody Vondell. If you posted something using some of the assets I made, make sure to tag me so more people can see what you've been making. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on. You Are Here, a virtual Y2K experience. So here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and enter the room. Cool. Like I said, this is like being in a Chow garden with sort of like a Space Channel 5 mix to it. It very much feels like a Sega Dreamcast. Very cool. And that little part kind of feels like Jet Set Radio. So it's like all the best parts of Sega Dreamcast all in one, and it's a virtual art gallery. So we'll just go ahead and start making our way to the first little place we're gonna look at. Move a little slow, but that's okay. It's a fun little thing to check out. I really love what they've done here. So this is virtual selves, and just a little, a little blurb about like what the virtual self is. Sort of how you see yourself in virtual cyberspace as opposed to real life. This was a concept that was really big when I was like younger, and the whole internet thing was like kind of just popping off, and it's really cool. Of course, we're gonna see some broken links. It's kind of fun to see that, I don't know why I get a kick out of seeing broken links. It's funny. But as you can see, there's all kinds of really cool work here. Some of this stuff is actual examples of work, and a whole lot of it is actual like modern artists creating stuff in vintage styles. So obviously some of the stuff that we're looking at is way back from the 90s and 2000s. And I guess this is where we're starting to look at Neo Y2K. So this is stuff that's been created by more recent artists. Some of them you're obviously going to, is that Nat King, I believe, Andy Pants, some really cool stuff they have there. And let's take a look inside this little thing. Oh, of course they got the Chow. It wouldn't be complete without one, right? Now, I'm not familiar with Willow. Chow, of course. Andy Pants models always look really cool. And yeah, just some really cool character designs. I guess this whole little thing is all about the self and the presentation of the self in virtual space. So that would make sense as to why we're looking at so many avatars and characters and stuff. That is cool. So we are going to make our way right back out of this this little corner and see what's going on in another one of these. I think there's 3 little like galleries within the gallery, and then like a little space that you can kind of explore. It kind of feels like a classroom or something, or not. I guess not a classroom, but like a college kind of thing. I don't know how else to explain it. You'll see it here in a minute when we get there. All right, so we are going to another one. This one is the Future Tech display. So this is going to be all about the technology of the era and modern stuff that is meant to look like the technology of that era. If I could maneuver myself around these corners and get in here, that'd be pretty cool. So tech on the go. So this is technology that was around. You know, I actually still have some like old phones and stuff from the like mid 2000s and stuff. It's pretty cool. Another broken link. You gotta love it. It feels more lived in and more authentic when there are parts missing. Future concepts. All this stuff looks so cool. Neo Y2K. Oh, who's that? It's me. The future is yesterday, and I'm right next to Nat King and more Andy Pants. So that's always cool. Love those designers. So it's really cool to have my work displayed next to them. And of course, we're going to take a little look inside here at the Nokia phone. And look at all these. We've got a Sega Dreamcast. Sure enough, of course. It's like we're inside of a Sega Dreamcast right now. So yeah, you would expect to see one. The Virtual Pets. Ibo, I think is what it was called. Something like that. Oh yeah, it is. Ibo. Here's my cat. Oh man, Macs look so cool at the end of the 90s and early 2000s with all the clear colors and all that kind of stuff. Mini disc, of course. Come on, I'm trying to shoot a video here, Scooty. Cool. So that's really cool stuff. All the technology of the era. I would say that is one of the most attractive parts of it. All the cool, innovative technology, and it felt like all these throwbacks to the 60s and 70s and futurism of past eras. So the Y2K futurism was just peak futurism. It was like had decades of futurism to build off of, and it was just the ultimate. It was so cool. This is our next one, the New Organics. So let's take a look at this and see what all's going on in here. I think this is going to have a whole lot to do with nature and technology and how it blends. So of course, a few broken links. That's going to happen. You know, this is coming up on over 2 years old, so you can expect that to happen. Blobjects, of course, a staple of the Y2K aesthetic. Organic spaces, I really wish we could see them, but a couple of broken links in here. Of course, Froyo Tam's work. You got to give it up. Froyo is pretty much the person who got the Y2K aesthetic popular again, so got to give credit where it's due. Lava lamp, of course. I have one back there. They're essential. I got a lava lamp in 2001 because that whole era was like futuristic, so it was just a fun thing. I got love for that era. The Blobject, the couch there. What's that? The couch with a K. Never heard of it, but inflatable chairs. This stuff was so big when I was a kid. I'm not sure if it's still big, but yeah, that was a huge thing when I was younger. Pretty fun stuff. Millennium Dome. That's pretty cool. You know, at some point I should do a Metaballs, of course, Metaballs. We actually created a couple of vector Metaballs in my free Y2K aesthetic kit that you can download and use in all of your own designs. So we've explored 3 main galleries, and I believe there are 2 like semi-galleries, and then this whole little like presentation space. That's what I was referring to when I said it felt like you were in like a college learning space or something from that era. But right now we're gonna go up here and look at Crossnick. Obviously, is a new game with a Y2K retro look. I'm not sure who's created it, but I know that I see their work all the time in our whole Y2K scene, and big fan. So let's hop up here and take a look at that really quick. And this stuff looks so cool. So if you're not playing Crossnick, you probably need to. Because look at these aesthetics, it's so cool. There are a bunch of games right now coming out with Y2K aesthetic looks, and super nostalgic for me. I'm not a very big gamer these days, but video games of pretty much Sega Genesis and Sega Dreamcast, that whole era was like a life changer for me. It was like my life. elementary and middle school. It was like I was obsessed with Sonic and Jet Set Radio and pretty much all kinds of Genesis and Dreamcast titles. I eventually owned an Xbox specifically for Jet Set Radio Future, but that was like the only game that I really bought it for. I'd say by that era, I was kind of a whole lot of first-person shooters, and I just wasn't as into that as I was into other more... The thing I always liked about Sega was they were creative. It felt more like it was artistically based. It wasn't always about first-person shooters or platformers. It was a lot of times, Jet Set Radio was about artwork and whole lot of other experimental games. So that was my era of gaming. So this just feels like I'm in some kind of college dorm. I don't know why. This just feels like I love it. It feels really cool. But that's the feeling I get. It evokes that kind of vibe. So there's one more little corner that I think we're going to go take a look at up here before we wrap it up. Can't get over it. That just looks so much like a VMU with like some Jet Set Radio stuff aesthetic added onto it. I love it. Yeah, just gonna slowly make our way up this corner over here, and then we're gonna call it a tour. I don't even remember what's up here. I think this is just, so we've looked at games, organic versus technology. We've looked at the digital self, the technology of the era. I think this is more or less going to be, if I could figure out how to get up here, come on. That is the one thing, every now and then your avatar will just get like stuck in a corner and you just can't get your way up a pathway like this. I'm having the hardest time. There we go. Hey, we made it. Nice. So yeah, let's take a look at what this one's all about. I really can't remember. I remember the other ones, but not this one. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's really just about the like textures and styles of the era, but yeah, we'll take a look. Not the easiest path to get up, not gonna lie. It like keeps pausing on me. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, I think this is just cool aesthetics, just vibes, holographic, futuristic, metal heart, vector heart kind of things, liquid textures, that whole shtick, that was the look of the era. It's a cool look. Oh, it's just about Kari, of course. So Kari, if you don't know, the Center for Aesthetic Research Institute, ran by Evan Collins and Furio Tam, and pretty much gave birth to the Y2K scene that we are a part of now. So this has been a cool little experience. If you want to, you can hop down in the description below and check out this whole little space for yourself. And that pretty much wraps our video for today, you all. Thank you all so much for taking a little break from creating and just having fun, taking a look at some creative stuff that other people have done. You can find me on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, whatever you are using, I'm there. So make sure to follow me, give me a shout, and I can't wait to see you on our next video. We're going to be looking at a poster I designed for Tim Reaper, a free brush kit created in 2010 by Paul Willix that has a really cool vector heart kind of style. We're also going to be taking a look at how to create a 3D rotating logo in Element and After Effects. So thank you all so much. My name is Cody Vondell. I'll see you on our next video. Thank you.